Hello, hello. Welcome back to the A-Listers pod. My name is Catherine Rowe, and I'm here with my amazing co-host.
Miss Jocelyn Rochelle reporting live.
Ooh, reporting live from Georgia, or
Yes, from the Peach State, Atlanta, Georgia. Former filming locations of Marvel Studios, but they
okay,
decided to go across the pond.
not the plug. Well, I'm reporting from the Big Apple, which is the current recording studio of literally everything, a lot of things. So, not to
Gonna
brag,
have
but a lot of stuff goes there. So this week we're back with another episode. We're going to be talking about the Smashing Machine this week. But first, Jocelyn, how are you doing? What's your Oscar of the week? What's your Razzie? What's your Rotten Tomato score for the week?
Yeah, thanks for asking. I would say my Oscar of the week is let's see. I had a on Friday, it was October 3rd. And so, if anyone has seen Mean Girls, you know that October 3rd plays a big part in that movie. Well, not a big part, but October
A
3rd is
famous
like
part. Yeah, no, a big
yeah.
part.
Yeah. So it's like the unofficial Mean Girls Day. So I had a Mean Girls like party slash housewarming party with my friends. And it turned out really good. Kind of patted myself on the back. I made some popcorn with my popcorn maker, had some pizza, fun snacks. And I did like little memes throughout the movie. So for instance, like Lindsay Lohan she was like, I got cheese and crackers for 8 people. Do you think that's enough? And so I got cheese and crackers. And
Oh, that's cute.
then, yeah, and then Gretchen Wieners, she did she did that whole monologue of like Caesar.
Yeah.
And so I made sure I had like Caesar salad. So yeah, it was cute. I like when I was like finished putting everything together, I was kind of like, oh wait, this is cute. I like these. So yeah, so that was my Razzie, and then everybody who came, they said they enjoyed it and had a good time. So I invited some friends that I hadn't seen in a while because I went to
Ooh.
school here in Georgia, but of course like moved away, so it was nice to kind of reconnect with people that I haven't seen in a while. So yeah. I would say that was my Oscar. My Razzie would have to be I got my hair done, but because I had some split ends, she had to cut it a good amount. So yeah. I mean
Oh
it's
wow.
still
Yeah, it
like
is a lot shorter. Okay.
yeah. Yeah. So I'm like yeah, I just need to take care of my hair and well now that like I live closer to her, and I've been getting my hair done with her for years, so I will be able to just pop back over there, from time to time. But a little sad about that.
Well,
But
it
my
looks
inch.
really good. I actually really like it.
Thank you. I got my color back, my highlights back in. So
Yeah. No, I like the
yeah,
color a lot.
thank you. Thanks. But yeah, but overall, I would say my week, as far as a Rotten Tomato score, maybe about a 92. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had a good week. I was off on Friday, so that's fun. And yeah, the only thing about 92 is I'm a little sleepy. So yeah, just wish I could
Too
sleep
busy
more. But
partying.
yes, yes. Yeah, but what about you? What's an Oscar of the week? What's a Razzie of the week?
Well, my Razzie every week is whenever I get to get on this podcast and hear about the parties that you're hosting that I am not able to attend.
I know.
Every week, that's my sad point. Um, no, my Oscar for this week, we went to. I don't know if I mentioned it on the last podcast or not, but we went to the Renee Rapp concert last week, which was really fun. I had been to it by the time we recorded the last podcast, but um, it was really fun, and I really liked it. And she was a really good entertainer, and her voice is really good in person too. So that was
Mm.
definitely my Oscar. And then my Razzie, my real Razzie was, I know I did mention this, but I recently moved locations for work. So just been adjusting to a new office and adjusting to doing some new stuff at work. So it's not been super fun. But my Rotten Tomatoes score for the week, probably like an 85. Had
Okay.
some fun stuff. Won my fantasy football this week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So not too bad of a week. Mark Kerr, though, of the Smashing Machine, has not been having a good week in 1997 to 2000. He was
Yeah.
having 3 years of bad weeks. So this week,
Yeah.
we're talking about the Smashing Machine, and a quick little summary of the movie that we, as usual, pulled right off Rotten Tomatoes website is MMA fighter Mark Kerr reaches the peak of his career but faces personal hardships along the way. That was what the whole movie's about. Is what, like right at 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
And it's currently sitting at 73% on Rotten Tomatoes and 77% at Popcorn Meter. So it's not doing too bad. I don't feel like that's like horrible scores
Yeah.
for a movie, especially like a movie that's just like about a random MMA fighter. Like I feel like
Yeah.
not the worst. So Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Emily Blunt are the two stars of this movie. Are you fans of them? Have you seen a lot of their movies or?
I would say overall I'm a fan of The Rock. Not so much like of a fan of like if he's in a movie I need to go see it. But just like I like The Rock. I think he's cool. Don't have anything against him. Same thing with Emily Blunt. I liked her in like The Devil Wears Prada.
Have you seen the
What
Quiet
else?
Place movies?
I have not. I have not seen the
Okay.
Quiet Place movies. Yeah.
She's really good at those.
But she's in some other stuff too, though. What else?
She's in Sicario. I don't know how to say that
I
one.
didn't say that.
Wow, yeah, I'm blanking on Emily Blunt right now too. But
It's
she
like
has
no,
been
like
in a
we've
lot of
definitely
stuff.
seen her in stuff.
No, I would say Devil Wears Prada and Quiet Place 1 and 2 are definitely some of her highlights.
I saw The Fall Guy or Fall Guy.
Oppenheimer.
Oh yeah, she was in Oppenheimer.
Oh, the Fall Guy.
had-
Did you like that one? That was Ryan Gosling, right?
and Winston Duke. Yeah. Okay, did you watch it?
I did not, but I wanted to.
It's like a tribute to stuntmen, and so when I the first 10 minutes, I was like, oh man.
What am
To
I
be
doing
honest.
here right now?
Yeah, I'm like, but it was good. It was a good movie. It's like
Oh,
one of
she
those.
was- Okay.
I was saying I don't think I would see it again, but it was good.
Are you a Ryan Gosling? Is he like your favorite Ryan celebrity or?
Ooh, favorite Ryan. I do like him. Let's see. I like him better than Ryan. Who's
Reynolds?
Yeah, I like him better than Ryan Reynolds. What other Ryans are there?
Seacrest?
Okay, I kind of like Ryan Seacrest. He's from Georgia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I kind of like Ryan Seacrest.
Okay,
but yeah.
Emily Blunt also of Oppenheimer. She was in the new version of Mary Poppins that came out a few years ago. Romeo and Juliet, some classics she's been in. But no, yeah, okay. So you're a fan of them both, but not necessarily like your favorite stars.
Yeah. I like him. How about you?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I think The Rock seems like a cool guy, but he seems to. I respect his work philosophy, which is that he seems to just be in the same movie over and over that just makes him a lot of money, and I'm like, I would love to do that as well. So respect. I loved him in Moana. That might be my favorite. So I was excited to see him in a movie where he was, taking it a little bit more seriously, and it wasn't just like Fast and Furious, 17, where he's, in a fight the whole time.
Or like rips off a car door or something like that.
Yeah, Baywatch. Which, have you heard that thing about The Rock where he like has it written into his contract supposedly that he cannot lose a fight in a movie, which I guess he did in this one. but if you like watch in like the Fast and Furious and a bunch of those, he like has it written in that he's like he doesn't lose fights or something. So I was like, maybe that's his big like acting change, was that he was willing to do a movie where
he's like never lost a battle. But to that point, I was kind of looking up some fun facts about this movie, and he apparently said that he never worked harder for this role, or he never worked harder for a role. So maybe him having to lose.
He had to get into that mentality. Like he was like,
yeah,
I gotta be able to accept it.
I gotta lose.
Like, I don't think he was acting in this movie. I think it was genuinely The Rock learning how to lose a fight.
One thing though about The Rock was I saw like a journalist or a person. Yeah, he's a journalist. I think he went to journalism school. He interviewed The Rock, and he was like, "So what do you like to do for fun?" And so like The Rock kind of paused, and then apparently he like DM'd him later and was like, "Thank you so much for asking me this question." He was like, "I've really been more intentional of like relaxing now." He was like,
sweet.
because I didn't really do anything for fun. So yeah.
Yikes. Couldn't be me.
Count their names off like 5 things. It's like, wow. On Mondays, like, I do this. On Tuesdays,
everything I do is for fun, so cannot relate to that. But yeah, no, it definitely seemed like he put a lot physically into this role. I wonder how much he, like, if he, did he have to, like, lose weight, gain weight, put on muscle for this role, or?
So apparently he had to lose 60 pounds for this role. I don't know. I remember seeing the preview and being like, why do I feel like he had to get smaller for this role? Like, so apparently he lost 60 pounds. Also, another fun fact, The Rock is actually only 3 years younger than the real life Mark Kerr. So, yeah.
So he probably grew up seeing his stuff and
I guess
being
so.
Inspired.
Yeah.
Had you ever heard of this story beforehand?
Unfortunately, no. Yeah. Do you watch UFC?
I do not, though it has been a lifelong goal to, like, go... I think it'd be really fun to go to, like, a boxing or a fighting match in person. But, no, I don't think I could... I've never watched online.
Like, if you had tickets, would you have went to Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?
Yes, but I don't like Jake Paul, so... Rough. But yes, I would have gone. If I had tickets, I would go anywhere. So... I think it would be a fun, like, it could be a fun event to go to. But no, I've never sat down and watched anything. I kind of want to go to, like, the fake ones. Like, what are, like, the fake wrestling ones where they, like, throw chairs on each other? And
yeah. I can't think of the name now. I think that would be more of my speed. Like, for me, knowing that they're doing this seriously, I'll be like, oh, like, that gotta hurt.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that watching the movie, and I knew it was fake, so...
Yeah.
Like, whenever they would hit him in the head, I was like, how hard are human skulls? Because they're hitting each other really hard directly on the head. That seems... not okay.
Yeah. And I also did not know that, like, UFC stand for, like, Ultimate Fighting Championship or whatever, and it was, like, the different forms. I was like, that makes sense. That's why I like movies. You learn something new every day.
That's why I always say a historical movie is always a surprise to me, because I never know any of the stuff they're talking about.
Look, I went to go see Napoleon, the one with Joaquin Phoenix. I was like, what? And then I'm like, do they kill Napoleon? And I did not know so much about.
You're like,
Napoleon.
French people exist? What?
Okay, no.
What did you think of the movie overall?
Overall, I think I rated it or overall, like, I thought it was okay. I thought it was cool. as far as like characters wise, I mean, I left the movie like liking Mark Kerr. I thought like
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, this guy's just like really sweet and like
Mm-hmm.
kind. And even at the end when it was like him actually, I was like, okay, like so Dwayne The Rock Johnson was like really playing him as like him,
Mm-hmm.
like really sweet and kind. So I thought that was good. There were some parts where I was just kind of like, okay, when's it gonna end? But I mean, you know, I was learning. I didn't know too much about boxing. I didn't know anything about the smashing machine. So yeah, that was cool. I think on Letterboxd I rated it 3.5 stars. So, but yeah. What about you? How did you feel about it?
Um, didn't love it, to be honest. I thought The Rock and Emily Blunt did a really great job. Where I was like, oh wow, I could see. I know we're gonna talk about this, but I could see them probably getting like nominated for Oscars. I was kind of bored though, which was surprising because I feel like a lot of times, maybe just because I've only seen like the Rocky and the Creed movies, but a lot of times in movies like this, you're very into it and they're training and they're getting ready for it. But I was just kind of like, I was like, oh, are we gonna be done soon? Like, is he either gonna lose or is he gonna win soon?
Yeah.
And I kind of kept waiting for something to happen, and I guess that was him overdosing, but it just kind of felt anticlimactic whenever it happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but I thought they did a really great job, and like I thought The Rock did a really, really great job, and I thought this was like a really good movie for him to try to get like an Oscar nomination, but I would not watch it again. I think I gave it like a 3 just because I did think it was a well-made movie and he did a good job, and maybe if you're into UFC and MMA, you would really like it, but yeah. I kept checking my watch. I was like,
You know, I did too. I did too. And spoiler, we're in spoiler territory. Da da da. But yeah, I think for me the climax was Dawn, and like I feel like their relationship was probably the most like interesting. So yeah. But yeah, okay, so when you said you think he might get an Oscar nomination for this, I was kind of like, I know he's acting, but I feel like this is still in his like realm. I don't know. Like I feel like it wasn't, and I'm sure he probably transformed a lot for this film, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like if
I don't
was
think
a part
he
of the
should.
Academy.
I don't think he should win, but I think it felt like he was trying really hard, and he was like, if I'm gonna get an Oscar nomination, it's gonna be for this movie. But I agree. I don't think he went like super outside of his like comfort zone. It just seemed like he was like trying more than he should. But I don't think he should win. I would be disappointed if he won.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a nomination for it.
Yeah. How did you think, what about Emily Blunt? Do you think that she should be nominated?
Again, I don't think she should win, but I could see her getting nominated.
Yeah.
I do think she did a really good job, because I did really dislike Dawn's character by the end as well. You know what? At first, I was kind of like, is she... Because I feel like a lot of times when you watch these movies, I'm usually team girlfriend. Like, I'm like, oh, he's addicted, and he's overdosing, and he's not letting her in, and he's pushing her aside. But then throughout the movie, you're like, oh, but she's also a problem. So I think at first, like, I was like, oh, she's trying to be nice. She's trying to make him a smoothie. She's trying to show up and be supportive. But then I felt like she was very toxic, and especially like when she brought up the argument, like you said, that the climax of her almost committing suicide. Like when she brought up the argument right before they had the party, I was like, what are you doing? Why are you like, that's relationship 101. No, you don't bring up an argument right before you're about to have a bunch of people come over to your place.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say you were Dawn in real life. How would you feel after seeing the movie? About how you were being portrayed?
I do think that they like showed her side a little bit. Like I think they did show that like his addiction was hard on their relationship, but I think the more the movie went on, the more they were like, Dawn was a distraction, and Dawn was the reason why he lost this fight, and Dawn was the reason like why he left training camp, and Dawn didn't like she didn't seem to like that he was in rehab, which was I think that was the real big red flag. I was like, she's upset that he's getting better and doesn't depend on her, so I would probably not be super happy.
Yeah. There was a lot of things where I'm like, Dawn, like when he just got out of rehab and she was hungover that day, and I was like,
yeah,
like Miss Dawn. But yeah, towards the end I was like, all right, like when his coach was like, do you think that's a good idea? And I'm like, yeah, do we think that's a good idea?
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm sure she's a sweetheart. How did you feel when you were reading the subtitles and you saw that they got married?
What got me was they were like, they got married in Vegas 10 days later or 6 days later or something, and I was like, I'm sorry, did she not just have to get police escorted out of the house because she's mentally unstable? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that was the tough thing, was I was like, you guys are clearly not helping each other grow in life, and clearly they both have big mental struggles, and it just seemed to be exacerbated when they were around each other. So I don't think marriage was the right step, personally. But yeah, I was like, y'all got married a week later? Like, I know his friend was mad. Like, I know his friend was like, for real.
It was his friend, it was his coach, like it was a couple people. But no, I was definitely like rooting for Dawn, like when she was there, when he was, using and when he overdosed. I was definitely kind of on her side. But then post rehab, I'm like, ooh, Donnie. And then she threw the bowl, and I was like,
The bowl was a tough moment.
One thing though, I don't know about you, but like just throughout the entire movie, I was like, oh, this guy's like really sweet.
No, he was very nice.
Yeah, I was like,
he was very nice to strangers. He was very nice to, like, he was just very polite, very like conversational.
Like in the doctor's office with the boy, I was like, aw.
Or in his first fight where he was like, can I just go ask him if he's okay? I was like, no, you should not. Like, but sweet.
Yeah. He was so sweet. Do you think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is that nice in real life?
I think so. He actually always seems pretty nice in interviews. Why do you not think so?
No, it was just a random question.
No, I think he does. I mean, I feel like I've never seen stuff. He's worked with a lot of people, and I feel like I've never seen stuff about people being like, oh, he's such like a hard person to work with. No, he seems like he'd be like a fun uncle,
Yeah. But no, he was so sweet. I'm like, aw. Oh, Mark. How did you feel about Mark Kerr's friend, the other guy that was competing?
I feel like he was a real winner in life. He seemed to have a healthy work-life balance. Seemed like he had figured it out with his wife. I was really happy he won, though, because when they showed him like putting in the training effort, it just seemed like he was taking it more seriously than Mark was at that point. And I don't think Dawn was entirely to blame for that, because it was really frustrating when Mark like was doing really good in the training camp, and then he left with Dawn. And I understand that like Dawn is a part of that, but I was like, Mark, you're a grown man. You should know that you should stay in this training camp.
And like lock in.
Yeah, so I was really happy that his friend won. He seemed like he was a really good friend, even when his friend was just in the hospital being like, I love you, it's okay to cry, you just like, you need to get your stuff together. Like, you can't keep doing this. I thought, he's a really good friend.
Yeah. I was happy that he also won. And I don't know, they seemed like they had a cool little bromance, Him flying to Arizona when he overdosed, and just
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. Also, what was that whole teeth situation? Did
He didn't
he
have the
was
front two teeth.
so they got like knocked out when he?
It seemed like it.
Yeah, okay. It was just a
He had
one and
those.
done thing.
He had
Yeah,
dentures, probably.
yeah. And I was like, oh, it just never got addressed.
See, that was that your jump scare of the movie? Because my jump scare was when he came out looking exactly like The Rock after he shaved his head.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
See, and that's why when it comes to like Oscar nominations, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to, but
Yeah.
literally, it's not giving that much of a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, how
No,
do
when
you look?
when he came out, I was like, that's Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah. And it's like The Rock wrestled too. Like, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
you look like The Rock. But
Did
But
you
yeah.
think he looked better with hair or bald?
oh, maybe with hair. Or maybe because I was just seeing The Rock when he was bald.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. What about you?
I think one of my personal hot takes is that I don't think bald men should exist, and I don't. I, I
Is
don't
your
like
dad
it when
not bald?
he is not. Mm-mm.
Oh.
I don't have a lot of
Rochelle
bald
is
men in my
bald.
family. Yeah, so sorry if you're listening. I just think that that's something they should figure out, and that's something that should be.
Something
I have
that
an
they should
uncle
figure
who's
out.
balding. Yes, my uncle Mark. I love him. But I don't love a bald man. But I think maybe just because I have seen The Rock's face more often bald. Like when he came out, I was like, oh, that looks more natural.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a jump scare. So
Yeah. It was a jump scare.
I will say I did not, when I first saw the trailer for this, I think it just showed him with hair, and I was like, I don't think I realized it was The Rock at first. Like, I was like, wow,
Oh, really?
That really looks like The Rock. And then maybe he started talking, but even his voice was different. But yeah, they fooled me, the makeup people did, because when I saw the trailer, I was like,
Yeah. Apparently, he had to do like 3 to 4 hours of like prosthetics to get that look.
that's a no for me. That's whenever actors talk about that, I'm like, every day? That's worse than
Yeah.
a commute, in my opinion. Well, I guess you're just sitting there, but
Yeah, you can listen to music. Question: I don't think we ever like talked about this. Would you ever get into the entertainment business? Would you ever become an actress?
if I was good at it, I would. Actually, it doesn't seem like, I think part of the like lifestyle of they get to travel depending on what they're doing, and I like the idea of like you learn new skills all the time. Like I love the concept of like you get a new job regularly and you're constantly doing something different, and maybe depending on the role you're learning a new skill or doing something different. Like I like that. I would love to have that kind of job, but it also seems like a really toxic environment. And I mean, like, so many people talk about, like, I don't know if being famous would be super, like, being super famous would be enjoyable. I always say that I would want to be the star of a TV show that's popular and just runs for a long time, because then you're like low level famous, you're like making money, but you're not having to do anything crazy. But
Like Schmidt from New Girl.
yeah, that could be fun. Like, I feel like I would want to make my money on that, do that for 6 years, and then I could just go do whatever random movie I want to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What about you?
Nice. I think it would be fun. Yeah. I think, to be honest, I would love to be like in a Hallmark movie.
I know you would.
Yeah, like they'll call me out. I don't like Gretchen Wieners. I think her name is Lacey Chabert. She's killing the Hallmark game. I wouldn't mind to be her.
Like
But if-
something where you don't have to try too hard, but
Okay, are you saying that they don't try hard to get into character for Hallmark movies?
I mean, I'm saying the script is recycled every movie, so it can't
No,
be that hard.
it's not. They are
It's not
different
not.
plots.
You know what? You're right. In one movie, they wear a plaid jacket that's more red undertones, and the next one, it's more green.
You know what? Yesterday, this was going to be my Oscar too, but it's really feeling like fall. Like it's been like rainy here, and so yesterday I put on like a Hallmark, or I was looking to see which Hallmark Christmas movie I was going to put on, and I had so many options, so many storylines. I was like, do I want this one? Do I want this one? They change it up.
It's like when you look at the same word in a bunch of different fonts, you know, you're like, whoa, 100 different fonts.
No, it's not.
And I say this with love. I love Hallmark movies. You know that.
You know what? Just for that, I'm going to add a Hallmark movie to our schedule. I'm like, okay, next week, we're not going to theaters. We're going to watch a Hallmark movie. Well, they do have some... Are you a Hallmark movie fan?
Yeah. You know that. I love Hallmark movies.
Okay, have you seen some? Have you seen Haul Out the Holly by chance?
Haul Out the Holly?
Yeah.
No, I also don't know if I can name the ones I've seen. There's certain actors or actresses that I like that I'll just, whenever I see them.
This is with Lacey Chabert. But anyway, so it's Haul Out the Holly, and then Haul Out the Holly had a sequel called Lit Up, and then now they're coming out with a Halloween. It's just called
Lit Up.
It's Haul Out the Holly Lit Up.
Oh, okay.
And so now they're doing Haul Out the Holly, a Halloween like version. I need to record it. Okay. Yeah.
I would have to like get a Hallmark subscription.
Do you have YouTube TV? Don't you?
No.
Oh, how are y'all watching
football?
Yeah.
Amanda has some kind of television pass through her school. I don't know what it is, like NFL channel or something.
I feel like, okay. Oh, maybe.
But you can get the Hallmark channel for, like, you can get a free trial, because I've done that before when I wanted to watch, they had, like, a lesbian one that I wanted to watch, so you can do that. I'd watch this, Jocelyn. I'll do this. I will do this if you would watch, like, a horror movie one week.
It's Haul Out the Holly Halloween edition, not a horror movie?
Okay. Wow,
it's Halloween.
Redefine what a horror movie
is. It's not horror?
That's your pick for a horror movie. I also get to pick a horror movie. But we can do, like, Nope, because you like Jordan Peele, and that's, like, one of my favorite
Okay, yes,
movies.
we can do that one. We can do that one.
Well, I'm just suggesting it. I haven't decided. We could also do The Conjuring or The
Why would you do that to me? Like...
I'll send you some holy water. I'll send you a couple extra crucifixes.
I'd like have my rosary in hand. But, okay, we went on a long tangent there.
That's just a little bit of a side tangent. That's how much I love this movie, you know? It sparks conversations for other movies.
I'm looking at my notes and trying to think about, what I had for the movie, and nothing else. Nothing else but other than, like, sometimes, like, I run, like, maybe a mile, and I'm, like, a little sore. And then these people get beat up, and then they're just like, yeah, I'm a little sore. And I'm like, oh, sheesh.
Yeah. No, their physical bodies definitely frightened me. Like, every time they would cut to, like, The Rock's just chest, I was like, whoa. Mm-hmm. Which, okay, listen, this movie really made me want to go home and put on some bike shorts and a large t-shirt, because every time they would show him, I was like, Pooh Bear? Like, why is he out here walking around with no undies? It looked like his shirts were so big and his little shorts were so small.
It's like, I don't know. He's been watching the TikTok girlies do their coffee runs in the morning, which is bike shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah. He's been looking at Princess Di photos and is like, I want to wear my little booty shorts.
You
know what? Good for him.
But yeah.
I will say I expected, like, I kept expecting there to be some kind of, like, really bad injury or something, or, like, almost like maybe I think since Challengers, when there's that scene with Zendaya and her knee and stuff, like I was almost expecting like something like that. So I kept like every time they would show the fights, I'd be like, I'm a little scared, I'm a little nervous. But
Yeah, I know it's just like a knee to the head. Tap out.
yeah, which
Yeah.
I mean, I would tap out the first punch that I got. So
Yeah, I was expecting, I don't know. It just felt kind of, okay.
yeah, no, I agree.
Thanks.
I was just kind of bored, which I think it's not good to be bored in a movie about.
Yeah.
One thing I did think it was interesting to see how little they were paid in the beginning. Even just the fact that he had to do his own negotiations and his own translation when he was talking with the Japanese like coalition, whatever they were. Or like whenever they would show, I mean, like he had a nice house and he paid for his car and everything, but like it was like an average house, and or like a middle class house and a regular car. And I feel like a lot of times in these movies you see them in like really fancy cars. They have a lot of jewelry, and really big houses. So I did think it was interesting to see that they were really like fight to fight, trying to make money to like survive for the year and stuff.
Yeah.
I saw like I kind of thought like a little bit of the history of it was interesting.
Yeah. And I think at the end it said that him and his friend were like the ones that kind of like paved the way for UCF fighters. Is it UCF?
UFC, Ultimate Fighting
UFC. UCF is University of Central Florida. But yeah, I did think that was cool as well. One jump scare, it wasn't really a jump scare scene, but one scene that I thought was pretty intense was when him and Don were at the pool, and he was like, Don, how come you didn't prune my cactus? And he was like, can you pass me the knife? And I was like, what's gonna happen here? And literally, like, nothing really happened. He just pruned the cactus.
Yeah. See, that type of scene, I was like, Don. Because I was like, okay, why is he nitpicking her about the leaves? Like, whatever. But I was like, don't tell him that his cactus is not. Like, when she was like, what does it matter? It's just a plant. I was like, okay, don't say that. Like,
yeah. No, the big one was like, she was like, you lost. Just get over it. I was like,
I know.
It's like, Dawn. Or when she was like, see, Dawn, I really tried to like you. When she was like, oh, you're just jealous that you can't go out. And like, I was like,
yeah.
Oh, Dawn, honey.
Yeah. She thought a lot of inside thoughts and then she would say them. And I'm like, these are things maybe that we just think in our head that we don't.
It's like, it's giving mean. And he would be like,
Yeah.
because he's so sweet, he'd be like, now why would you say that? And I'm like, yes, Dawn.
Yeah.
Like, why would you say that?
Yeah. Because, I mean, I think the same thing where I'm like, just get over a fight. But I also am not in a relationship with the person who's like, this is their whole life. Like, you know this person you're dating. You know this means so much to them. Like, But the scene before the party where she pulled the gun on herself and the pills, that was an intense scene too. I was like, oh my, is she actually gonna? Like, I was like, oh, this is what's gonna happen. She's gonna pull the trigger, and then, but
yeah. Not as being like, oh.
Like it just kept it kept feeling like it was gonna build up to something, and then like even that scene, yeah.
When Mark was like, he was like, you want to go have fun? And then they like went out to the crowd, and I was like, is something gonna happen? And it's like, no, they're just signing autographs.
I was like, is someone gonna get hit by a car? Like, the music's kind of building a little bit. They're crossing the street. And I was just like, no, there's just a lot of people out here.
No, it's like they're literally just signing autographs.
No, and I think maybe if I didn't keep thinking that something was gonna happen, I maybe would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But like so many scenes, I was like, oh wow, something big's about to happen, and then it just
Yeah. I think the biggest kind of scene was when his trainer like got in pain, and then he got those opioids and like helped him. I thought he was gonna start using again or something. But
I did too. I like when he was like, I promise I'm clean, and the trainer was like, I don't care. Just give it to me.
The trainer's like, yeah, I don't care. But yeah.
I got nervous the trainer was gonna get addicted then because I mean that stuff is very addictive. So,
Yeah. But no. Yeah. I was like, and then once again, no.
yeah. I think I love a training sequence. Like I'm a sucker in movies for a good, like show me them hitting the punching bag up there and like a good song comes on. They're running maybe something inspirational. And this training sequence was just kind of like,
Yeah. There's a lot of sweat.
Too much sweat, as you know.
Wait, so was the trader saying that like because he wasn't using, he was sweating more? He was like, now I see why you sweat so much, or something. I don't
know that much about.
Okay.
What my interpretation was that when he was on it, he sweat a lot. Like he was saying, like, "Oh, I'm sweating a lot, so I see why you do." But maybe he was saying, "Yeah, now that you're off of it."
Because I felt like he was sweating a lot when he was off of it too.
Yeah, overall, just very sweaty and
very sweaty.
I did not enjoy that aspect at all, especially because he was not Michael B. Jordan, and that was just who I kept comparing him to in my head.
Catherine has a notepad, not Creed because of this. Not Creed because of this. Like,
I'm just like, oh, interesting. Wow, this isn't what they did in Creed, but I do just think that The Rock's body, while it might be more realistic to what they look like, it just scared me a little bit. Like I was like, he is so physically. Like I was like, shout out to Dawn for not being scared because when she was like, come at me, hit me.
Yeah,
I was like, girl, he just knocked a door in half.
It's like also, it's like, are we sure you want to say that? Like punch me in my face.
When he punched that door, it broke in half. Like. Completely in half off the hinges. And she's
I fear that may have been a real door too. Yeah.
You think he actually punched that?
I think he can. They probably did do a fake door just, for takes, but I think he can.
I feel like The Rock would want to do it. Like they'd be like, no, save your hand, and he'd be like, no.
No, I gotta feel the pain. Yeah.
I gotta see the character.
But like even when Dawn was, attempting, he like broke down that door too. I'm like, wow, the fire department,
right? He's in the wrong career path. I will say my favorite scene was one of their really toxic fights. Whenever he was like on the phone with his
sponsor.
What do you call it? His sponsor. And he was like, do you hear this? Are you here? And she would walk away and then she'd come back and she'd be like, actually, you know what? I am really upset. Because I think sometimes some of their moments did feel like very natural domestic like disputes or like just arguments that like, you could have had in a relationship where you're like, I'm not upset about it. And then you walk away and you're like, actually, this is bothering me. Like, I am upset about this. So I did think that their relationship felt very natural in the way they were arguing. It just got really toxic really quickly.
Yeah.
But I was like, his poor sponsor is just sitting here listening to them argue. And it's probably like, why am I on the phone right now?
Yeah. But yeah. I'm trying to think. Anything else from the movie?
No, I mean, we already said our Letterboxd reviews, but mine was a 3. I don't think I'd watch it again.
Yeah.
In my heart, it's lower than that. I do need you to know that.
I as I was like thinking about all the places that I thought it was going to be a climax, I want to bump it down, but I'm going to stay committed to the 3.5. But yeah.
I think I would feel bad going lower than a 3, but a 3 is where I'm at.
It's interesting how this was rated on like Rotten Tomatoes, how it was rated higher than Him.
Yeah, I don't think so. Him was entertaining, at least. Or more entertaining than this, in my opinion.
But speaking of that, if we were to rank the movies that we have reviewed so far, we did One Battle After Another, The Long Walk, and Him. Where would this one fall?
I think pretty easily at the bottom. Number 4. I'm sorry. I don't mean to hate on this film. The other 3, I would rewatch at some point. This one, I just don't know if I would rewatch it. And I don't really know if I would recommend it to a lot of other people.
Oh, really? If your parents were like, "Oh, I'm going to the movies."
Yeah, maybe my parents, but I don't know. I think my parents might be bored too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
But yeah, probably. I think my rating's the same as last week, and this one just comes in at number 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I didn't say this beforehand, but this is our first A24 film that we have reviewed.
Oh. Are you an A24 film fan?
Okay. So, here's the thing. At
Intro.
first, I'm trying to think of like the notable A24 fans. I saw like one A24 movie and I was like, oh, like this was good. And then I would start to be like, oh, if it's A24, I know it's going to be good. But after this year, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of. I think they do different stuff. It's not necessarily like, wow, this is great.
Yeah.
So.
No, I agree. I do always appreciate what they're doing, and I appreciate that they put like different types of movie. Like I think they're an important studio, but same, I don't. Their stuff can be hit or miss, but they do have some really good ones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at the list on here.
I feel like 8th grade.
Materialist, which we were higher on than other people.
Okay. Yeah.
What one were you saying?
8th grade. I saw that one a few years ago. I kind of like that one.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that one.
Oh, it's a good one. Did you ever see Friendship this year?
No, I wanted to see that one. Did you like that one?
It was funny. Yeah. It was
Okay.
okay. Yeah. It was okay.
I like your tone of voice when you don't really like it. Did you... I like Everything Everywhere All at Once. That was a big one.
The Iron Claw was also
that movie made me sob. Like...
Yeah.
Like bad sob.
You know,
I think that was the better version of what this movie could have been. Of like, you know...
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, shout out to Jeffrey at AMC Lincoln Square. I remember going to see that movie and he's like, "Oh, you're in for a tearjerker." And I was like, "Okay, sure."
Didn't need to hear that. And Jeffrey being, for the listeners, the AMC worker that is almost always at Lincoln Square, will check you in for your movies.
Shout out to him.
Have you seen Midsommar?
Okay, so with Florence Pugh. So no, but two of my friends from grad school, I always say that like I want to see it, and they're like, no, they're like, that one's creepy. They're like, you don't want to do it. So every now and then I like text them being like, I think I'm gonna watch it. And they're like, Jocelyn, we were trying to tell you, like, do not watch that movie. So, would you say the same?
I would say the same. I don't think you would enjoy that movie.
Really? Is it worse than like The Long Walk?
Yeah. Like, it's horror. And there is some stuff that really, because I worked at, I've worked in a movie theater multiple times before, and I worked at the movie theater Malco in my hometown, Owensboro, when this movie came out, and this was the movie that, like, the most people came out and were just like, whoa, I can't even, like, some of that stuff was so, like, shocking and gross and stuff, so, I don't think it's, like, jump scary necessarily, but there is stuff that happens, like images that will just get stuck in your head where you're just like,
yeah, that's what they say.
A little
so no, I have not seen that.
Yeah,
I want to see it, but
Moonlight, have you seen Moonlight? That's a really good one.
I have seen Moonlight, yeah. I think I saw that at Kentucky's late night film.
Oh, did you like that one?
I did, yeah. What was the main character's name?
I was about to say, do you support gay people? You won. I don't remember what their names are. Like the characters or the actors?
Oh, never mind. The actors. It's like Trevante Rhodes, I think is his name.
And Andre.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. A24 has got a lot of them. Got a lot of movies.
They do. They do. Yeah. But all right. I feel like that was our episode of today. Not too, kind of like the movie, not too climactic.
Yeah, not too exciting. What's our next one gonna be?
Our next, it's up to you, but I'm thinking that we should do After the Hunt, starting Ayo at Debris and, what's her name?
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, yes.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. Yes. It's like, so I'm guessing you're on board for this movie?
Yes, I was on board, and then I've been seeing a lot of their press. And did you see that big press moment that happened?
About her talking about the hot dog ice cream, or no? On Seth Meyers? Oh, okay. I did see that.
No, there's I'll send it to you. There's a moment where they're on press, and I think they might be in France. Yeah.
Okay,
that
yeah.
moment with the interviewer where she just asked Julia Roberts and Andrew. Yeah, that movie. I saw that that interview go viral. No, yeah, I'm down for that to be our next one.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm excited to see it. But yeah. Oh, I realized that I went throughout the entire movie talking about my man Forrest. No Forrest Gump reference.
Do you think Forrest Gump would win in any UFC?
You know what? In Forrest Gump, he would. He would he'd be like, and I just kept hitting, and I kept hitting, and then they lifted up my arm, and I won, and then I felt bad for winning.
I think he would come out there and do one roundhouse kick, and then just knock him down, and be like, "Oh, was that it? That was all." I just think he would just
And it will be Mark Kerr, and then Mark Kerr would be like, "Congratulations, man! You did it! You beat me." And Forrest Gump would be like,
he'd be like, "What is this? What's the UFC? I don't know."
Okay,
what it is.
I have a thing. Would you rather watch Ginny and Forrest Gump's reality show, or would you rather watch Mark Kerr and Dawn's reality show?
Well, I think at the end of the day, Mark Kerr and Dawn's is going to be more exciting. I think they're going to... I think there's going to be more twists and turns. I think they would break up and get back together every season. I think Forrest and Jenny,
Yeah. Be more sweet, more tender.
Yeah, childhood friends and lovers, kind of boring. Not really my type. You need toxic when you're watching a reality TV show. What about you, though? Oh, I know, because you're going to say I'd rather watch the Hallmark movie of them together.
Yeah, I was about to say, kind of be oh, they're so sweet. Yeah.
No, I need the real housewives of Glensdale or Scottsdale, Arizona, wherever they were.
Dawn will be on it. She'd be like, my husband's Mark Kerr, or my ex-husband, because they got divorced, is Mark Kerr. Which just said that they were married for 6 years. Yeah.
No, they got a divorce. But then they'd be a trailer for a new season. It'd be him coming out of her house, doing the walk of shame or something, and they'd be like, "Ooh, what's happening?" And I'd be like, "Darn it, you got me." Next season, I'm watching it.
But I did see him with a wedding ring on, in that at the grocery store. So I'm like, "Oh, did he moved on?"
Moved on, maybe back to Dawn. Wouldn't be surprised.
They just didn't put that in the movie.
They'd be like, "We can't. It's a little too embarrassing." They would be the couple that would be like, "We're getting..." They'd be on TikTok, be like, "Watch our story about how we got married and then remarried again." And And their son's probably like, it's okay, you know, you don't need to do all that.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was the Smashing Machine. Join us next week for After the Hunts. And until then, like, subscribe, follow us, rate us, leave us comments. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at alisters_pod, Pod. Or you can email us at moviesandyap@gmail.com.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank
That's
you
all
guys
for
so
this
much for
week.
joining.
Yeah.
Bye.